What's up? This is Dr. Taylor Krick at the Washington Wellness Center, and today's video is how essential oils help heal your gut. So if you are new to our channel or you've never watched any of our videos, I like to back everything up with research, with scientific studies, and I love ancient healing practices that are backed by modern science. So things like essential oils that have been used for thousands and thousands of years. Things like research on circadian rhythms and fasting, and these things that have been around forever, but now modern research is really backing those up. And so essential oils, really, really cool and really, really great for your gut health. So today I want to go through just one particular study and some of the graphics in this study, but showing some of the mechanisms by which essential oils can actually help heal the gut. So the paper is from the International Journal of Molecular Sciences 2020, and it is called the Antioxidant, Anti-Inflammatory, and Microbial Modulating Activities of Essential Oils, Implications in Colonic Pathophysiology. So what that means is that this paper researched the activities of essential oils, so that essential oils have antioxidant activity, they have anti-inflammatory activity, and they modulate the microbes, the microbiome, the good and bad bacteria in the gut, and the implications of that in digestive disease, in gut disease. So what they found was that essential oils had a lot of different mechanisms. So here's the oils. They block inflammation. They block oxidative stress. They block dysbiosis. They modulate the mycobiome, which myco meaning fungi, and they may modulate the virome. So the bacteria in your gut are not just bacteria, there are also funguses and viruses and tons of them. So they may have modulating effects on those two yet to be discovered. I'm sure there are. So here are some of the graphics showing some of the mechanisms. So this big one, I'm going to zoom in on this real quick here. So here's what we're showing is that up here there are these pro-inflammatory stimuli. So things that we know cause inflammation. Things like LPS, which is the inflammatory thing I won't get into. There are things like infections or toxins like chemicals. So they are known to be inflammatory, and they turn on these inflammatory pathways like NF-kappa beta or myeloid peroxidase. And so like NF-kappa beta, like turmeric or curcumin blocks that. So a lot of the anti-inflammatory supplements that we use are NF-kappa beta blockers. It's a chronic inflammatory pathway prevalent in autoimmune and lots of other things. So this red turns it on. Red is bad. Green over here are essential oils or sometimes components of the essential oils. So over here they turn on this pathway called PPAR gamma, which then modulates these inflammatory pathways. They block these inflammatory pathways here. These oils down here, they don't know, but they know they have good effects on these inflammatory pathways. These oils down here, they know that they turn off these inflammatory pathways. So by blocking these pathways, the mechanism, they're able to, and when these pathways are turned on, I should say when they're turned on, they create reactive oxygen species, which lead to all these GI problems. So by turning off these inflammatory pathways, we actually stop a lot of these things, like recruitment of more inflammation. And inflammation leads to more inflammation, leads to more inflammation. And all those things lead to damage of the gut, bleeding, dysbiosis, leaky gut, actual bowel destruction, malnutrition, malabsorption. So essential oils can actually lead downstream to those effects. Here's another picture. It's the same thing from the same paper, but here's what it says. Antioxidant effects of essential oils in the gut. The chronic low-grade inflammation or dysbiosis that very soon occurs in the gut and in the gut wall increases the level of ROS. Their increased levels are effectively counteracted by essential oils that are able to shut these things down. So, zoomed in version. So once again, these pathways, so myeloid peroxidase, COX-2, inducible nitric oxide. We treat that one a lot, or support that one a lot, I should say, in autoimmunity. It's a tissue-damaging inflammatory pathway. So it can be turned on by different things like inflammation, or dysbiosis, or even just general aging can turn on these pathways. These pathways turn on these reactive oxygen species, which are also just turned on to natural byproducts of cellular metabolism. But these oils and these oil ingredients turn those off. Or even down here we have ginger oil, which can actually turn on glutathione production, which we talk about glutathione a lot on this channel and in general. It's the most commonly used supplement in my practice and in my life. Turns on the glutathione pathways, which turns off these reactive oxygen species, which lead to DNA damage like lipid peroxidation so that damages the cell lining, or oxidative damage that turns on bad genes. So really, really cool. So those are some of the mechanisms by which it affects inflammation, affects oxidative stress, affects dysbiosis, and modulates things in the microbiome. So how do you do this? So my first recommendation is be safe and do some research. Learn about different essential oils. The purpose of this video is not to educate you on everything essential oils. That is not what I do. There are different ways that you can do this too. So you can use a diffuser. You can use something like a nebulizer. I use essential oils in a neti pot every single morning. It's not maybe something I recommend for everybody, but be safe and do some research and do this at your own risk. You can just diffusing is really, really risk-free to just diffuse oils in your office or in your home or next to your bed or in your bathroom. And it's not just about the ones that smell the best, but the ones that maybe have the effect that you're looking for. You can use oils topically. Like we'll rub oils on our kids around their lymph nodes, or lavender on the soles of their feet, or different things like that. You can use different oils orally, but you want to be careful with that. With different oils like oil of oregano, you want to be careful with. There are some others that you just want to be careful with. So that's my suggestion, is that you do some research. One of the resources that we use is Dr. Eric Zielinski's, Dr. Z, his little ebook, Heal Your Gut with Essential Oils. So we provide that to some of our patients, or show them where they can get that. And it's just a really helpful ebook talking about good background on essential oils. It's pretty extensive. And talking a little bit more of some of the details of how you can do this. But we have a lot of patients that will say, like, I have all these essential oils laying around, or maybe we're doing a gut health protocol, which is more my thing. My thing is more lab testing, supplement protocols, lifestyle strategies for sure, vagus nerve exercises, stress management techniques, autoimmune paleo diet, FODMAP diet, anti-candida diet, killing pathogens. That's really more my specialty. And oils have a role to play in that. It's just not really my specialty. But Dr. Z, it is his specialty, so check out his site too, and type his name in. But my recommendations for oils for this, first off, peppermint. Peppermint is a great one for digestion and very good anti-nausea. I've seen people experiencing nausea take a drop of peppermint, and within like 10 seconds their nausea is gone. So peppermint is a great one. Ginger is another good one that you saw that upregulates glutathione, but it's an anti-spasmodic for the gut, so it could shut down like cramping and different things in the gut. Tea tree oil is a good has antibacterial properties, antifungal properties, so another really good one, tea tree, or what's called melaleuca oil. Eucalyptus, another really good one, good aromatic one, so a good one to maybe have in a diffuser, but a lot of different benefits to eucalyptus oil. Fennel is another one that's in some of these studies looking at the gut health. Rose, same thing, rose, geranium oil, both have some of these compounds that are seen in some of these studies. Or thyme oil, thyme's a good antifungal, thyme has good gut healing properties. So some recommendations for my favorite oils, but do some research and use this as a tool in your tool belt. If you know that you have gut problems, or you just want to maintain or prevent anything in the future, or you want to have the antioxidant effects or the anti-inflammatory effects of just having good gut health, use essential oils as a tool in your tool belt. It's not all about probiotics and autoimmune paleo or low FODMAP diet and glutamine and gut repairs. There are lots of other tools in your tool belt, like essential oils, that can be really, really beneficial. So hope that was helpful. Check out some of our other videos on other things regarding leaky gut, regarding essential oils for fungal overgrowth, and a plethora of other educational videos on our YouTube channel.